felt we were the true defenders of Chairman Mao's revolution. To die for the great leader was an honor.
The anarchy spread. Schools and hospitals closed. Offices and factories were in chaos.
The factory almost came to a standstill. Production was impossible. We had meetings every day and workers were denounced. We didn't know what to do. One day you'd be arrested, and the next day it would be my turn. We didn't know what would happen to the country. Many workers committed suicide by jumping in front of trains or into the river.
The attempt at a state of continuous revolution was impossible to keep up. Eventually, people craved the return to a more normal, stable life. After 2 years, the army had to be called in to end the factional fighting, restore order, and help re-establish the party's authority. And the Red Guards were sent to the countryside to cool off and learn from the peasants. But the Cultural Revolution only ended in 1976, with Mao himself.
高山在痛哭，大海泪涛涌，惊天动地的噩耗啊，震撼全球。我国各族人民敬爱的伟大领袖毛泽东同志。 于1976年9月9日在北京逝世。
In a bid to keep the country together, the propagandists exploited the scenes of mass emotion on Mao's death. Much of the grief was genuine, and many had seen their lives improve. But millions had suffered or died, victims of Mao's attempt at perpetual revolution. All of his charisma had not delivered the new society he'd promised. After Mao's death, his closest associates, the Gang of Four, were arrested and charged with throwing the country into chaos. His most cherished ideas were abandoned. Mao's successor, Deng Xiaoping, tried to replace ideological fervor with economic activity. The Chinese were to be mobilized not by dreams of equality, but by money. In the 1980s, political control was as tight as ever, but the slogan from the top was, "To get rich is glorious." But one legacy of Mao's reliance on popular action remained. During the Cultural Revolution, he'd allowed the students to challenge authority and feel a new sense of liberation. After Mao, the state always knew that the people, once they'd learned how, might try to challenge the party's authority again. And their fears were to be borne out in 1989 on Tiananmen Square.
Visit the People's Century website at pb